Okay, so we are going to keep practicing the distributive property and combining like terms together for simplifying expressions. So let's go through some of the problems that you had in the LE04, the simplifying multi-step expressions practice. Look at number 4 first. So we have 2 minus 2t times 7 minus 10 plus 7t. All right. So the first thing we want to look at is everywhere we have subtraction, let's change that to addition. So this becomes 2 plus negative 2t times 7 plus negative 10 plus 7t. And that's the additive inverse. So now the next thing I'll look at, because there's a lot going on here, so now we follow the order of operations. We look for grouping symbols. Is there anything I can do inside of the grouping symbols? Okay. I've got 2 plus negative 2t. I can't do anything with that. I can't add those. I have a t and not a t. Exponents. I don't have any exponents. So now I have to look for multiplication. The only multiplication I have is this 7 that's going to have to get distributed inside the parentheses. Now, just because it's on the right-hand side doesn't mean it doesn't distribute. I still have a parenthesis right next to a number. That means multiplication. So when I distribute, I get 7 times 2. Now, one thing to keep in mind, especially because we have t's, you don't want the t and the plus sign to get confused. So be aware of that. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times negative 2t is negative 14t. Now, I don't have any more multiplication. All I have is this addition, so I'm just going to copy it. The negative 10 falls, the 7t falls. Now, I've got all addition. So the only thing left to do is combine like terms. The only thing is I can only combine the things that are alike. So I have t's here and I have t's here. So I can combine those. If I have 14 negative t's plus 7 positive t's, that gives me negative 7 t's. And I've got a constant here and a constant here. Positive 14 plus negative 10 is positive 4. Combine like terms. Okay, the next one I want you to look at is number 6. So we have negative p plus 6 times p minus 5 plus 4 plus p. Again, don't stress yourself out. We have a process that we'll follow. The first thing we want to look for is subtraction. Let's get rid of all the subtraction using our additive inverse. Negative p, there's nothing wrong with that. We're looking for subtraction, not negatives. My plus is fine, my 6 is fine. This p is fine. This subtraction is not. So subtraction becomes addition, 5 becomes negative 5. There's nothing wrong with my plus 4 or plus p. That's the inverse. Now, following the order of operations, look inside our grouping symbols. I have p plus negative 5. I can't combine those. I can't do anything. So now I move on to exponents. I have none, so we move on to multiplication. If I just go through my expression looking for multiplication and then do it. So I have addition, then I have 6 times p plus negative 5 in parentheses. The 6 gets multiplied. It's going to distribute inside the grouping symbol. So I'm going to copy down what I'm not changing. Now I have 6 times p is 6p plus 6 times negative 5, negative 30. Everything else comes down, plus 4 plus p. Distribute. Now I have no more multiplication. If you look from left to right, I have all addition. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look for like terms. So I'm going to circle all of my variables. I have negative p plus 6p plus positive p. Now if you want to put a 1 in front of that negative and a 1 in front of here to help you deal with the numbers, that's totally fine. You don't even have to add a new step unless you want to. Okay, that would, if you wanted to add a step, it would be the identity step. But what we can do is I have negative 1 plus 6. So negative 1 plus 6 is 5. Plus 1. 5 plus 1 is 6p. So basically what I just did is I added negative 1 plus 6 plus 1, because those were the coefficients of my variables. Negative 1 plus 6 plus 1 equals 6. Now this isn't something you would like draw lines and write like I did. It is something you could do as scratch work on the side. And then I have a constant negative 30 and a constant 4. Negative 30 plus 4 is negative 26. Combine like terms. I added, and that's the combining like terms is the addition type of property. And that's it. So hopefully this helps you get ready for your quiz.